Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome to the mess that is the studio. So welcome to a brand new series of videos that I'm kind of tinkering around with. This is essentially a pilot episode, but we decided because we haven't been doing much content lately, we thought we'd give you guys a little sneak peek behind the scenes preview of some of the stuff we're either working on currently or stuff we've worked on before, to give you sort of a little bit of content here on the channel. If you guys remember a long time ago when I did my Kong remake, I had a series of amazing behind-the-scenes vlogs done by Bradley Dunn of Obscure Media TV, and it was fun to just kind of put those out on a weekly basis, sort of like a Peter Jackson production diaries or the web documentaries you'd see in the Star Wars prequels. Unfortunately, Hollywood and many filmmakers don't really do that anymore, and I think that's honestly been lost in terms of the filmmaking progress and showing people what it takes to make a movie. And that's probably no doubt to the whole mystery box thing that Hollywood has been doing for the last 10 years. Thanks a lot, JJ.
What are stories but mystery boxes? There's a fundamental question.
Yeah, mystery boxes are just an excuse for you not to do rewrites. So come along our little adventure of blogs that I'm just simply gonna title Big Blogs. Now just a heads up, this is not going to be an excuse to not make making of documentaries on certain videos. We're still going to do that. We're still going to create documentaries that kind of substitute for what it takes to make the big projects, i.e. things like Batman and other big budgeted production episodes that we're currently working on here on the channel. But just more or less these little web documentaries to give you guys some insight of what we're currently working on. And with that said, why don't we start the pilot episode with probably our most anticipated series of reviews with, of course, the Star Wars Prequel Trilogy. I know it's taking longer than expected to put this together, and unlike the first trilogy, there's been a lot of complications. We actually started shooting in 2019, less than a year after we wrapped up on the original trilogy, and things were going excellent. Then everything changed when the COVID nation attacked. I have a bad feeling about this.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. What? Is there a problem with the Force? Yeah, COVID kind of shut down the entire production of the prequel trilogy, and only now, in 2022, have we been able to fully pick up on production. But technically that didn't stop us before. Even during the pandemic, we were actually trying to film as much as we possibly could throughout that time period. Most of it was solo shots and ways for me to utilize split screen and so on, but we were filming whatever we could at the time. Why do you keep doing that?
Buckle your goddamn seatbelt!
Now that the pandemic is finally over and we hopefully never have to face something like this again until I croak and die, we're in full swing on production, and I thought I'd give you guys a little behind the scenes take on what we've been working on. I'm not going to talk about episode 2 and 3 just yet because there are some mild spoilers in there. I want to keep a little bit of a surprise until a little later, but I thought the majority of what I'd show you is on episode 1, The Phantom Menace, because we're about 90% done that production. We're obviously going to wait till the entire trilogy is ready to go in order to release it, but I figured this would be the most I would share with you. And I guess the first question you probably have is, well, what's the story of the prequel trilogy? Is it an actual prequel to your reviews? Well, actually no. Despite me reviewing it as the prequel trilogy, it's actually a follow-up to the previous trilogy. It's a direct sequel and focuses on my character BigJackFilms, now a fully trained Jedi, being understudied by Jedi Master Rice Duke, and this time around you get to see us do a lot more cool shit.
Oh no.
God damn it. This thing is huge.
Robin in the Hood.
This big thing is bigger than Josh's ego.
Oh!
With that said, the majority of the original cast is back together again. I'm talking Joshua Patello as Endgamer64 or Han Solo, Bradley Dunn of Obscure Media TV.
Sega leader, this is Nintendo leader standing by. We are attacking the salt on the shit. I can't get that one line right.
We're putting salt on the shit. And of course our beloved Timber as our Chewbacca.
I will die in this wretched place. The only thing that keeps me alive is the thirst for vengeance. They must be stopped, Mason. Dragovich, Kravchenko, Steiner. All must die.
Timber's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Not to mention, of course, the return of Darth Vader, and we've actually updated him this time around. We've updated the suit, we've updated the costume. In fact, we got 2 suits now. One is the main suit, provided by the wonderfully talented Canadian Vader. And with that said, we actually go to a ton of different locations this time around. This is actually, I think, the first BigJackFilms reviews not directly set on Earth. We go to space! We go to about 4 major set locations on episode 1.
Alright guys, day 1 on the set of the Star Wars prequels. We're currently shooting a scene here on Tatooine in this wonderful construction site, and we're overall having a good time, even though it is a solo crew. Help me.
And you're probably thinking, why the hell would Darth Vader go down there, given, well...
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Well, I don't want to give too much away on that one, but I will say it was one of the first days of shooting we did, and it was a one-shot crew. I was literally acting as cameraman and being in the Darth Vader suit in scorching heat. We found an amazing location that was a construction site near my old house, and we used that, basically the flatlands, to create essentially the Tatooine desert environment.
We seem to be made to suffer. It's our lot in life. Wait, what's that? A transport! I'm saved! Over here! Hey!
Not only is the production going bigger, but the sets are, including the Millennium Falcon. We were originally going to use the old set, which was just cardboard and Christmas tree lights, essentially, but it was in such disarray by the time we pulled it out of storage that we just burned the fucking thing, and instead, let's just say Han Solo goes full Lone Star. This time around, we actually rented an RV to be used as the interiors of the Falcon set. And it was just a fun day to shoot with Josh and Timber as their co-pilot, and we had an overall good day.
It's a space soap opera.
It's a space soapbox.
The Young and the Wetless.
That doesn't sound right.
No, that's just the porno version. Yes, I watch old people soap opera shows because they actually have story and character, but they drag it out every day. Like one scene, which is supposed to be like 5 minutes, they only shoot a minute and put it in every episode. And you thought Dragon Ball Z was padded. Just no response. Just like look at that. Look at that.
You know, I'll tell you what.
Did you just say what?
I'll tell you what. I've been putting kids like you upside down in the toilet.
In fact, we knocked out all the Falcon set pieces in one day for all 3 episodes.
You can't really see it from here, but we're actually shooting right across the street from Netflix Studios. So this is where they make a lot of stuff here in Toronto. So yeah, this is actually pretty exciting.
There are also a couple of other locations, including a ton of stuff on green screen. We actually not only utilized a forest area, but we also utilized a gorgeous castle. It's actually really fantastic. And basically, they're just going to be all over the place, right?
Flying around, yeah.
Just like flying around. And much like the Phantom Menace, the highlight of this episode is, of course, going to be this dramatic lightsaber battle. And not just any lightsaber battle. This is a 3-way lightsaber battle between myself, Rice Duke, and Darth Vader. I can't wait for you guys to see this fight scene. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. And don't worry, there are plenty of lightsaber fights throughout the entire prequel trilogy.
What do you think of this production so far, Evan?
I hate it. I'll be honest. I fucking hate it. It's not bad as like the first, but I just fucking hate it.
Oh, the first was worse?
The first was worse.
I should also point out we're actually updating the lightsaber props this time around.
We don't need the lightsabers for that, do we?
No.
Because of my lightsabers.
We just need Evan's.
I mean, my actual, like, shitty lightsaber.
We basically stuck a PVC pipe into the lightsaber hilt, and these are more not just for basically the same weight as you would, say, a Force Effects saber, but also has a reflective paint on it so that we can get our effects guy to add the lightsaber effects. Because in the original trilogy, we didn't have access to digital lightsaber effects. A lot of it had to be done in camera with the Force Effects line. But this time around, our good buddy Brock McGinnis, aka IndiFan of Fandemic on Lightpost Films, he offered to do the saber effects for us, and he's getting them done extremely quickly. I am very impressed with how much he's putting together.
Good.
There you go, that would be funny, I'd say.
We even have specially made ones that have sort of a shorter blade, but they're more for tight close-ups, for safety reasons, and these are also basically special effects blades. But then just recently, for episodes 2 and 3, we got these. These are the NeoPixel lightsabers. When it comes to episodes 2 and 3, you're going to be seeing a lot more of these just for lighting effects and making lightsaber effects a hell of a lot easier. These things are loud. We're also updating costumes and we're updating props. This one, which is the Stormtrooper blaster, I actually added a magazine. The magazine is just a printing ink cartridge that I just glued to shit on here. One little tip I'll actually give to blaster makers is that if you want a tiny little magazine on the side of your Star Wars blaster, get Tic Tac boxes. Those also work as well. So we're also updating the special effects, and this time around we're going way more practical. This is our Hero Millennium Falcon model, but this was actually my Power of the Force toy by Kenner that I've had since I was a kid, and I've kept it in amazing condition. Like, look at this thing. This thing's beautiful. It's got lights, it's got sounds. Like, this is going to come in handy. There's a lot more I do want to discuss, especially for episodes 2 and 3, but I'm going to keep those a little bit secret right now, but you can pretty much see why we've been busy for the last few months and unable to put out that many videos like we normally do. It's just, it's back to business. Big business here at BigJackFilms. We've got a ton of big projects coming up, tons of new adventures, tons of new stories to tell, and we can't wait to show you.
We have to get the shot of us taking off our cloaks, by the way.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that in a sec. We're just getting some quick little action shots.
Only direct.
Yeah. So basically,
hopefully in some way this will help you guys make your own little Star Wars projects or review projects down the line.
it is like the Phantom Menace. George, can we rewrite this? No!
So thanks for watching this pilot episode of these little big blogs, as I call them. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys like this format, if you guys like this little series we're working on. But of course, if you guys want to go help our productions and keep the finances going, you can of course support us on Patreon. Just $1 more will get you early access to all of our content, including new episodes of this show, as well as other special features. All your donations, all your funding, it has helped us make our channel a dream come true to just basically do this for a living. So huge thank you to you guys on Patreon. So until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next big blog. This is BigJackFilms signing off, and may the Force be with you. Yes, I'm doing this on purpose. Bye.